Stan Lee, an iconic name that reshaped the world of comic books, was once just Stanley Martin Lieber, a boy from New York. Born in 1922 to Romanian-born Jewish immigrants, Stanley grew up during the Great Depression. His love for reading and writing was evident from an early age. As a child, he lost himself in the pages of novels and comic books, dreaming of one day creating his own stories that would captivate the world. In his teens, Stanley found himself working odd jobs to help support his family, one of which led him to the doors of Timely Comics in 1939. A humble yet life-changing job, Stanley started as an assistant, filling inkwells and proofreading, but his passion for storytelling couldn't be tamed. He soon found himself writing text filler for Captain America comics, a task seemingly mundane but one that would mark the beginning of his illustrious career in the comic book industry. Stanley's first comic book work, Captain America Foils The Traitor's Revenge, published in May 1941, was a mere two-page text story, but it was significant. It was the debut of Stan Lee as a comic book writer, and it was also the first time he used the pseudonym Stan Lee. He chose this pen name as he aspired to write the great American novel, and didn't want his real name associated with the less respected field of comic books. Stan Lee's story is one of persistence and passion. His early days in the comic book industry were filled with hard work and little recognition, but he never lost sight of his dreams. He continued to write, creating characters and stories that would later become the foundation of Marvel Comics. His decision to use the pen name Stan Lee was a testament to his commitment to his craft and his belief in the potential of comic books. And thus, the legend of Stan Lee in the world of comics began to unfold. Stan Lee's journey was not just about creating comic book characters but also about revolutionizing the entire comic book industry. A statement that rings true when we delve into the story of Marvel Comics under the creative helm of Stan Lee. Stan Lee, born Stanley Martin Lieber, was instrumental in building the Marvel Universe. He co-created iconic characters that many of us have grown to love, characters such as the Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, and the X-Men. But what made his creations truly stand out wasn't just their superhuman abilities, it was their relatable human flaws. You see, prior to Marvel's rise, comic book superheroes were often portrayed as flawless beings, paragons of virtue who were as far removed from the human experience as possible. Stan Lee, however, had a different vision. He believed that heroes could also have problems, insecurities, and weaknesses just like any other person. Take Spider-Man, for example. Peter Parker wasn't just a superhero, he was also a high school student juggling homework, relationships, and the crushing responsibility of his powers. Or consider the Fantastic Four, a team of adventurers who, despite their superhuman abilities, grappled with family squabbles, personal insecurities, and the challenge of public perception. This new approach to storytelling was revolutionary. It breathed life into the characters, making them more than just figures on a page. They became reflections of us, the readers, flawed, complex, and beautifully human. This unique approach resonated with audiences, and it wasn't long before Marvel Comics started to rise in popularity, challenging the dominance of their rivals, and reshaping the landscape of comic book storytelling. Stan Lee's revolutionary approach to character development created a massive shift in the comic book industry, paving the way for Marvel's dominance. His vision transformed Marvel from just another comic book publisher into a storytelling powerhouse, a beacon for readers seeking heroes who were as human as they were super. Stan Lee didn't just create characters, he changed the way we view heroes, and for that, his legacy will forever be etched in the annals of comic book history. Stan Lee's creations didn't just revolutionize comic books, they also took the world of cinema by storm. Each flip of a comic book page, every heroic deed and villainous plot, was a potential storyboard, waiting to illuminate silver screens across the globe. Stan Lee's characters were not just doodles on a page, they were living, breathing entities with stories that resonated with millions. It was only natural that these stories break free from the confines of their paper prison and come alive in the realm of cinema. And so, they did. Stan Lee's vivid imagination laid the foundation for what we now know as the Marvel Cinematic Universe, an expansive, interconnected world that has captured the hearts and minds of audiences around the globe. From the invincible Iron Man to the mighty Thor, from the patriotic Captain America to the enigmatic Black Widow, Stan Lee's characters transcended from ink to celluloid, creating a cinematic spectacle that is nothing short of extraordinary. But the Marvel Cinematic Universe isn't just about superheroes saving the world, it's about the human spirit. about overcoming odds, about finding hope in the face of despair. That's what makes it the highest-grossing film franchise of all time. And let's not forget, Stan Lee himself made his presence felt in this universe, with his delightful cameos in the Marvel movies. Whether he was a hot dog vendor in X-Men or a bus driver in Avengers Infinity War, these cameos were more than just fun nods to the fans. They were a testament to the man behind the magic, a living signature on his cinematic canvas. Stan Lee once said, "I used to be embarrassed because I was just a comic book writer, while other people were building bridges or going on to medical careers. And then I began to realize, entertainment is one of the most important things in people's lives. Without it, they might go off the deep end." Stan Lee's legacy extends far beyond the pages of comic books, shaping our pop culture in ways we could have never imagined. Stan Lee passed away in 2018, but his legacy lives on, proving that heroes can be immortal. As the mastermind behind Marvel's most iconic characters, his influence reaches far beyond the comic book pages. His stories have touched the hearts of millions worldwide, crafting a universe where anyone could become a hero, where diversity and inclusivity were celebrated. Stan Lee was a visionary, a creator, a storyteller, but most importantly, he was a hero to millions of fans. His passion and dedication for his craft earned him the respect and admiration of both comic book enthusiasts and industry professionals. His characters, his stories, his universe, they all inspire us to dream, to believe, and to strive for better. Stan Lee may no longer be with us, but his stories continue to entertain, inspire, and remind us that with great power comes great responsibility. His legacy is a testament to the power of imagination and the enduring appeal of heroes. Stan Lee's journey is a testament to the power of creativity and imagination. Let his legacy inspire you to explore the Marvel Universe further, perhaps even sparking your own creative ventures. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories like this. Excelsior!